Hello, Cancer signs. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to be diving into the week ahead, so the 1st to the 7th of December. So let's dive in. I already did pull you out some cards. Which one do I want to go for first? I guess we'll start with the tarot cards. So you have the Eight of Cups coming up as a bit of a message or a theme for you guys during the week ahead. And the Eight of Cups is a card, again, about walking away from things that don't serve you. I almost get this end of an era kind of vibe with the Eight of Cups. I'm almost seeing like a TV show that's coming to an end almost, where it's like saying goodbye to something is what's coming up for you. And that could be on a positive note, because what came out with it was the elephant, which I'll show you. This says, I need to remind myself, it says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So I feel like you're saying goodbye to a journey that has served you so far, or a version of yourself, or whatever it may be, that has served you so far. But it's now time to say goodbye. And this doesn't feel like a bad thing. Of course, Eight of Cups can be walking away from things that don't serve you in a way that it might be damaging you or not fulfilling you. But it feels like something served you so far, and now it's time to say goodbye to it, because again, it's not a part of who you're becoming, or I feel like you're changing up your path. Anyway, after the elephant, you also have flowers, which says happiness. So you're walking into your happiness, which I love that for you. All right, my gorgeous angels. So shall we just dive into your reading? Let's see what else Spirit has for you guys for the week ahead. It feels sentimental. It feels like you're saying goodbye to something, again, that like was a part of your journey. All right, being open to infinite possibility. I never read this reverse because I never fixed the reversals in here, so it's not fair. And you got Swan. So open to infinite possibility and time for a deep dive. This is all about diving deeper into your feelings and emotions, diving deeper into your own personal why. And then Starfish, again, is like anything is possible in the path moving forward. So I do like that you're feeling more open here during this week. Let's see what else. You have happy jumping on top of the Swan too. So yeah, interesting how when we think about diving deep, sometimes that can be about diving deep into our more negative feelings. But what Spirit is trying to say here as well is actually diving deep also into our positive feelings. So adding a little bit of a fun spin here. The happy card says that this week is going to be a very good week for you, even in terms of your feelings and emotions, that you're just feeling very happy about what's to come, even if it's not happened yet. Because I'm seeing here that there is an egg here, and that means that there is something that's going to hatch in your future. But the thing is, she feels happy because she knows it's happening. So being connected to your manifestations, being connected with Spirit, as you can see here, she's a channel here. And that she can feel that something good is coming, and that's the energies coming up for you guys too. All right, so yeah, connectedness to Spirit and feeling like something is about to happen. To the Sea is an interesting one. You are currently on a journey where you're moving again away from dark times in your life. Your life has not been easy, Cancer, and every single Cancer sign I know has been through big challenges in life, and I think that doesn't get spoken about enough. Cancer signs really suffer in life, right? I don't know if it's part of your astrology or what, but I see you is ultimately what I want to say with that. The good news is that's your past. It's not your future. And I'm hoping it's not your present moment either. You're on a journey. And I feel like maybe the beginning of your life was really terrible. I don't know why they're saying that, because I'm just seeing like almost a progress bar, and it feels like you started here and maybe you're in the middle. I don't know where you are. I'm hoping more leading to this. And because this is like a very positive life, and this, I'm just seeing a bar. Sorry, this is how I read sometimes. And I feel like as you're journeying through life and getting older, your life is going to be getting better. So just know that every single day that passes, your life is getting better. Okay, so I want you to know that. But To the Sea can come up when we have these feelings of feeling a bit lost or feeling a bit uncertain about options that are going on around you. It is a really good time for you guys during this week or during this part of your life that you really take this time to reflect in your inner world. I see a lot of results and celebrations coming up for you in the future, but during this week, and I don't feel like it's just this week, which is why I'm changing that up a bit, during this part of your life, it's a really good time to get to know yourself and who you're becoming, because I do feel like you're changing a lot. For sure. So getting to know yourself, and that might be why time for a deep dive is here. All right, so you're feeling a lot more positive about things that can happen in your life, feeling more like it's possible, but also diving deep into your feelings and knowing that you're changing. And that could also be why you're saying goodbye as well. All right, well, let's dive into the rest of the cards that I want to pull out for you. What is the overall energy of this week for Cancer signs? Strength. Love that. Absolutely is about your strength. Love that for you. I love how the strength card in this is my Christmas deck and it's got a horse in it. So you're being carried forward. Now strength can be about your strength and courage, and that could be a theme for you guys this week. But I just feel like with everything that we've just discussed, I think this is Spirit's acknowledgement of your strength through your life, right? Holding it all together. Almost like you don't wear your problems. So people don't really know what you've been through or what you're going through internally. You don't seem to show it. Why is the strength card here as the energy of this week? Why is the strength card the energy of this week? The Five of Cups, yeah. And the Ace of Cups being here, Ace of Swords being here, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords does represent an ending happening in your life. But the Ace of Swords is that you're going to have victory, clarity, that you're putting an end to that dark time. I wonder if you guys do need to, again, reflect a little bit on it without re-traumatizing yourself for sure, to kind of allow yourself to let that all go. Because I do feel like with the 9 and 10 of Swords, I feel like you're getting clear on yourself, and that will help you to end this nightmare. 10 of Swords can again be endings in your life, difficult times in your life. 9 of Swords is you thinking about these times in your life. The Ace of Swords almost feels like a fresh start here. A truth or an epiphany or a new beginning within yourself and who you are. And a new truth within that might actually be opening up new doors to kind of leave that all behind you. Five of Cups, of course, can feel like disappointments, negative feelings. It is that kind of feeling grievances about the past, right? Where things were out of your control, where people disappointed you, or where you were treated unfairly, whatever it is. Five of Cups can sometimes be focusing too much on that negative side of things. The Ace of Cups is this new opportunity being granted to you to completely kind of let that go, leave that behind, no longer focus on the bad, but to start focusing on the good and love in your life. So some of you, if you're single, you will meet the one very soon. If you're in a relationship, Spirit wants you to focus more on the good here with one another and connecting with each other. And what's the next step with you guys moving forward? The Ace of Cups, a new emotional, new beginning is being offered to you. One of love, one of peace. So again, with strength being here, it's like Spirit is trying to reward you with a new life. A completely brand new life. All right, what is the energy of Cancer signs this week? What is the energy? 2 of Wands. You're thinking about the future. This is you planning. This is you trying to find where you want to go moving forward, right? This could be movement. This could be expanding, right? This is about you doing something you've never done before. 2 of Wands stopping as I'm here. It makes so much sense. I love the imagery on this. The world is your oyster. This says that you've outgrown situations in your life and you're ready to grow. You're ready to go to the next stage. You're ready to do something different, to go somewhere different, to just expand in life. It is a really good card for like your evolution, right? And Judgment being here is again that surrendering, letting things go so that you can not only know your worth, but also live a life of abundance. All right, so why is the 2 of Wands here in Cancer signs energy? The Wild card, some of you might be planning some travel, trip, or again, movement. The Wild again is your oyster here. King of Swords. This is about you getting clarity over what you want moving forward. Remember, be open to infinite possibility. Don't play small with your dreams and goals about your future here, Cancer signs. All you need is a strategy. And the will, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what I'm hearing. So nothing's impossible in this new beginning. So be aware of that during this week and also moving forward. The world is your oyster. There is an infinite possibility of things that you can do. So don't just aim for what's realistic, all right? Because anything is possible for you guys during this week, which I don't say very often. So when the message comes up, I really mean it. Again, King of Swords is again about truth, clarity, structure, and discipline. All right. And it could also represent an air sign around you, in which case I do think, again, the Wild card could be like a new chapter, an expansion of a relationship with that person. What is the challenge that might arise during this week for Cancer signs? The Queen of Wands, confidence, being confident in your ideas. So it makes sense with the starfish here, that your challenge is trusting that there is infinite possibility for you. Queen of Wands, and challenge is about being open to being seen, being celebrated. She's like the king and queen of wands are my famous my famous king and queen, because they're just naturally in the spotlight. People just naturally gravitate towards them. So your challenge is about allowing that to happen for you. Maybe it is about being more positive, right? Because the queen of wands is really good for that too. So embodying her energy is your challenge. Knowing that you have great ideas, knowing that you are unique and you're beautiful and you are attractive, and not just in your physical appearance, but also in terms of your energy, right? So stepping more into this beautiful, abundant personality, being more of yourself and accepting that and loving that without needing external approval is your challenge. Being more warm, bubbly, maybe even a bit more extroverted, right? Why is the Queen of Wands the challenge for Cancer signs this week? The King of Pentacles. It's interesting. King of Pentacles, of course, can be finances. So maybe, again, you're building on your stability here. For a lot of you, in having confidence in your career, for sure, is coming up as your challenge here. Now, you can have both of these cards. They're good cards. And when they're good cards in a challenge position, you can have it. But of course, we need to start embodying it. So again, being more confident in yourself and your ideas, and not being afraid to speak up and speak about your ideas, or not being afraid to be confident, being seen. In King of Pentacles, stability could again be a challenge for you, but it's a King of Pentacles in the upright, so it's not going to be a challenge for too long. Maybe you need structure, maybe you need confidence, maybe you need more discipline, but a more practical route to grow, then I think. And also consistency, right? King of Pentacles has walked a long road to get where he's at. It didn't just magically happen overnight. So again, it is this like dedication to the mission is going to be important for you guys to make sure that you actually reach your goals. Okay. Now, there could be a couple people who might be a bit of a challenge for you during this time, right? Could be a fire sign and an earth sign, or maybe one or the other. That is Leo, Sag, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be a challenge during this time. All right. Can we see then, what is the advice that you have for Cancer signs? Thank you. 8 of Cups. So it is this energy. Saying goodbye to your advice is saying goodbye to something that just doesn't serve you anymore. What is that, Spirit? Why is the 8 of Cups the advice? 6 of Cups. This is about the past, old stories that we repeat to ourselves, past people, things that you've outgrown, memories. What is Cancer sign saying goodbye to in particular? 5 of Pentacles, times in your life where you felt left out in the cold, where you felt neglected, abandoned. 4 of Swords. This is you healing lack in your life. This is very big, by the way, guys. You're really healing a big wound that you've carried with you for a long time. Could be financial, right? 5 of Pentacles, not feeling like you've got enough. Like some belief system is what you are choosing to walk away from. Maybe this is a time where you're deciding that actually, instead of staying outside, because sometimes this can be victim mindset, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. We will get into that when we've been hurt, right? It's very natural to feel like a victim because you have been. But when we carry that with us for longer than we need to, we start to kind of become victims in stories that we don't need to be, right? So let's say you went through a financial situation where someone stole your money. I don't know. You were hard done by that. And it's like, now that you have less money, now you're blaming that old story for why you have less money. And it's like, oh, well, 10 years ago, this happened to me. And that's why I've never been able to recover from it. And it's like the story that you tell yourself you've not healed from. And that's why you've not been able to come out of this energy. How do I describe that to you? I hope that makes some sense. It might not resonate with everyone, but it just feels a little bit like you're saying goodbye to people who maybe even don't give you what it is that you need, right? Like I said, like maybe it's family, right? We're coming up to holiday season. Maybe it just doesn't serve you anymore because people just leave you out in the cold or whatever it is. I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know, like it's just this energy that I'm seeing here that you are no longer waiting for anyone who's got the door closed on you. You're deciding to go inside in your own home and to heal. Choosing yourself for a lot of you as well. But anyway, you're walking away from instability, a big hole within yourself that you've not been able to heal from the past, and you're healing that. So no more of this story going on of feeling hard done by, not good enough, not worthy enough, which is great because again, you're open to infinite possibility. You're moving away from a story of a lack of abundance. Oh, it can't be me. Why me? Imposter syndrome, all this kind of stuff. has been stopping you. So again, you're walking away from that, saying goodbye to that old version of yourself to step into a more confident, more abundant version of yourself. So you're growing. This ultimately feels incredible, by the way. Some of you are clearing generational cycles, right? You're no longer having old belief systems that are working against you. And you're moving towards, again, the unfamiliar, however, more successful paths. Okay? My angels, so I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Me and Chris Ragg from Minipon Tarot did a December reading, so make sure you go check that out. We did that over on his channel, so if I remember, I'll put the link down below or in the description or somewhere, or if not, just go check out his channel because I'm sure you're very familiar with him already, so that you can get some cool messages about what's coming up for you guys in December. All right, my angels, but aside from that, let me know how this reading was for you guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.